You are looking live at Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Rushville Consolidated High School, where tonight it is the War on 44 basketball style as the Rushville Lions are playing host to the Connersville Spartans. Hello again, everybody. I am Paul Nichols, here to call the action for you. And here in about 5 minutes, we're going to get started with the JV contest. And once again, we want to thank all of those organizations that have been behind us as far as helping produce and contribute equipment or technology help one way or another for all of these live stream broadcasts. First, the City of Rushville, also Rush Memorial Hospital, Rush County Emergency Management, Uplink Technologies, Rush County Economic and Community Development Corporation, the Emerald Group. Also, thank you to the Rushville High School Athletic Department for giving us the space and the opportunity to do this. Tonight, we begin working in cooperation with Mr. Bentley's video production class, as he has agreed to begin allowing his students to come assist us in these live stream productions. Tonight, we have video production student Victoria Smiley helping us with the camera. So once again, here in about 4 minutes, we're going to get the JV contest started. On the varsity side, both of these teams come into tonight's game looking for their first victory. Both teams are 0-1. Rushville lost their season opener last Wednesday when they played host to the Shelbyville Golden Bears. Final score of that game was 59-43. And leading scorer for the Lions in that game was Jaron Taylor with 22 points. The Spartans also come into tonight 0-1 as they lost their opening game to Delta 43-32. So just like football season, basketball, both teams come into tonight looking for their first victory. And once again, please bear with us as we are continuing to go off of a Wi-Fi internet connection through a hotspot. We have been working with the high school's IT department to try to get a hardline internet connection here in the gym, and to this point we haven't been able to achieve that, but we're hoping to get that here very soon. So once again, the signal may be a little bit up and down. You may see some pixelation in the shot, and we apologize for that. But we are working to make this better. All right, once again, thanks to all of those who are tuning in for tonight's JV contest between the Connersville Spartans and the Rushville Lions. Here in just a minute, I'm going to turn it over to PA announcer Keith Perrin for tonight's lineups of the JV contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memorial Gymnasium for tonight's junior varsity contest between the Connersville Spartans and your Rushville Lions. Introducing first of all the visitors from Connersville, the Spartans, on the roster this evening. Number 12, Cooper Kenny. Number 13, Holden Mays. Number 14, Cody Naylor. Starting tonight for the Spartans at guard, number 11, Braden Pearson. Also at guard, number 23, Dylan Thompson. Number 35, Lane Beard. Number 10, Keegan Bowles. Number 32, Kane Thompson. Number 30, Ethan Connect. Number 33, Chase Wolf. Starting tonight for the Lions at guard, number 12, Cameron Morton. At guard, number 20 for Thomas Warner. At forward, number 40, Drew McKee. At center, number 50, Nash Paddock. And at forward, number 52, John Alexander. The Lions are coached by Sean Atkins.
All right, so there you have the opening lineups for the JV contest. And we're going to have tip-off here in just a second. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. The Lions are going to have Nash Paddock jump for the tip. Connersville has Braden Pearson jumping. And Rushville controls the tip. Cameron Morton brings it across the timeline. Gets it over to Thomas Warner. Back to Morton at the top of the key. Try to get it down to Nash Paddock down low. Pass is deflected. Rushville gets it back. Thomas Warner being harassed out near the timeline. And now here's a three on the way. Too strong by Drew McKee. Connersville with the rebound. Number 2, Dante Smith brings it down. Gives it up to Pearson. Connersville working the ball around the outside. Now here's a drive in the lane. Kick out. Now another drive. And another kick out. And now three on the way. And it's short. Rushville with the rebound. Thomas Warner. No score so far in this JV contest. Put the ball down low, and now they kick it back out. And here's an errant pass, goes out of bounds, and Connersville gets the ball back. Still no score. And here's a three on the way for Connersville, off the rim. Nash Paddock goes up and gets a rebound. Now here's a kick out, a three on the way. Got it.
Three-point basket, number 20 for Thomas Warner.
Thomas Warner puts the first points on the board in this JV game. Rushville leads 3-0. So far, Rushville defense doing a good job of not letting any inside passes get. And as soon as I say that, they do. But now we're going to have a foul called underneath.
Lions foul number 40. Drew McKee is first, team's first.
Drew McKee's first foul. And And now ball is loose underneath, and Rushville comes away with it. Cameron Morton brings it down the floor, goes into the lane, puts up a runner, and it's short. Connersville with the rebound. And they come down and with a drive underneath, Braden Pearson, and we're going to get a blocking foul down there. John Alexander with his first. Braden Pearson puts the first point on the board for the Spartans. And he makes them both. Rushville now leads 3-2. And Connersville goes to a full court press. They're able to break it with a nice long pass by John Alexander. And almost threw it away, but Rushville holds on to control of the ball. Morton goes low to Paddock, and he is fouled underneath as he tries to make a move.
Spartans foul number 2, Dante Smith, his first personal. Team's first.
Dante Smith with that foul. John Alexander's inbounds pass goes off the back of the scoreboard, or off the back of the backboard, and then back to him. So it goes out of bounds, and then it's Connersville ball. He's trying to go low to Paddock underneath, and now 3 on the way by Dante Smith is good for Connersville. And Connersville. Oh, I'm sorry. I called the wrong player there. That was Braden Pearson with that 3.
Number 20, Jeremy Jurgensen, his first, team second.
Jared Jurgensen with a foul as Connersville continues with the press. And now another foul.
Spartans foul number 2, Dante Smith, his second, team's third.
Dante Smith with 2 early fouls now.
Number 12, Cooper Kinney.
Cameron Morton is able to break the press for Rushville. And we've got a timeout for Rushville.
30-second timeout.
Once again, we apologize, everybody, if you're getting a weak picture on this broadcast. We are still going through a Wi-Fi hotspot, which is kind of an up and down signal. We're still working with the school's IT to get a landline, or not a landline, but a hardline internet connection here in the gym. During this timeout, we want to remind everybody that tonight's broadcast of Rushville Lions basketball is brought to you by Rush Memorial Hospital. And Rush Memorial would like to remind everyone that through a cooperation with the Indiana Department of Health, they are operating a free COVID-19 testing clinic. That clinic is in the back of the walk-in care building. All you have to do is pull into the parking lot in the back of the walk-in care building, and there are designated spaces there where you can pull in, call a number on the space, and a member of the clinic will come out and administer the test to you in your car. Just another way that Rush Memorial is showing they're committed to you and close to home. So Rushville brings it inbounds out of the timeout. Trying to work it down low to Paddock, and it's knocked away, and it stays with Rushville. Inbounds pass is knocked away. Lions keep it. Come around to the sideline. Long pass inbounds is deflected and taken away by Connersville. Now we got a drive in the lane and a kick out, and now a shot on the way is good from Jeremy Jurgensen.
Basket number 20, Jeremy Jurgensen.
A It's Jeremy's first 2 points of the game. Connersville now leads 7-3. Rushville's able to break the press, get across the timeline in time. Cameron Morton now handles it on the far wing. Picks up his dribble, has to give it up. And now we've got a double dribble. Actually, they called it a travel, not double dribble. Once again, Connersville leads 7-3 with 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. And now here's a three on the way. It's long. Rebounded by Thomas Warner. Now here's a three on the way. It is long, and we got a foul underneath. It's going to be on John Alexander going over the back. That's going to be Alexander's first foul. Or no, I'm sorry, second.
Foul number 52, John Alexander, his second. Team's third. Lions substitution number 35, Lane Beard.
Lane Beard checks into the game to replace John Alexander.
For Connersville, number 14, Cody Naylor.
Cody Naylor with an errant pass goes across the timeline, and Rushville's going to get the ball back. Oh, now here's a pass broken up, and Connersville is going to take it all the way and get an easy two.
Number 21,
Carson Ling
Ling.
with his first 2 points of the game. Connersville now leads 9-3 with a minute to go here in the first. And now here's a three on the way by Morton. Got it.
3-point basket, number 12, Cameron Morton.
That's Morton's first 3 points of the game. Cuts the lead to 3. Just under a minute to go here in the first of this JV contest. Now here's a drive in the lane, and Braden Pearson lost. Once again, Spartans with a full court press. Made it tough for Rushville to get any kind of offense going. He gets it down low to Nash Paddock. He tries to go up strong. He's able to get a shot up, and it's off the rim, and now there's going to be a foul underneath on Connersville.
Connersville foul number 20, Jeremy Jurgensen, his second, team's fourth.
Jeremy Jurgensen now with 2 fouls.
Spartan substitution number 42, Chance Bentley.
And they take him out right away and bring in Chance Bentley to replace him. Once again, 22 seconds to go here in the first. Rushville down 9-6. And we're going to get a foul underneath as the pass into Nash Paddock was deflected, but then he was able to jump out and get it around the free throw line. And then Cooper Kinney commits a reach-in foul, his first. Cameron Morton hands it at top of the key. He's looking to drive. And now here's a shot up in the lane by Lane Beard. Is in and out, but he's going to go to the line.
Connersville foul number 12, Cooper Kinney, his second, team sixth.
And just like the shot, Lane Beard's first free throw is in and out.
Substitution. Spartans, number 13, Holden Mays.
Holden Mays checks in for Connersville. There's 1.1 seconds left on the clock once this free throw is over. And it's in. Ooh. A three-quarter shot just misses to the left of the rim. And so here at the end of the first quarter of one of their newer providers that they have on staff, Dr. Jeffrey Ginther is an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in the treatment of knee and hip pain, including in his treatments full knee and hip replacements. Just another way that Rush Memorial is showing that they are committed to you close to home. So far in this game, Rushville has tried hard to work the ball inside to Nash Paddock and John Alexander, and they have struggled as Connersville's defense has crashed down hard on any of those interior passes. And on the other end, Rushville has also made it tough for Connersville to work the ball inside at all, but Connersville's outside shooting has been just a little better as they now lead by 2 here as we go into the second quarter. All right, so Connersville brings it up the floor. Oh, and a steal underneath by Drew McKee, and Rushville gets the ball back. And now here's a three on the way, just short. Connersville with the rebound. Chance Bentley able to gather it up. Now we're going to have a foul underneath as Connersville worked the ball inside.
Lions foul number 35, Lane Beard, his first personal, team's fourth.
Lane Beard with his first foul. Interior pass is knocked away. Connersville keeps it. Now here's a drive into the lane. And we're going to get a foul called down there on Rushville. That's going to be on Thomas Warner. His first foul also.
Team's fifth.
Now here's a long pass intercepted by Thomas Warner. He's trying to take it all the way. He has to pull up and gives it up to Keegan Bowles, who gets a shot up. Is off the mark. And now the rebound is stolen. Shot put up by Lance Beard comes off the rim. But then Drew McKee is able to get a putback to go in. Thomas Warner now has 6 points, and Rushville is back in the lead, 12-9. And now here's a shot underneath, and they're going to call a foul on Lane Beard.
Rushville foul number 35, Lane Beard, his second, team sixth. Number 42, Chance Bentley, 2 free throws.
So Chance Bentley now shoots free throws for Connersville. First one is good.
Connersville substitution number 2, Dante Smith.
Dante Smith checks back into the game for the Spartans. Bentley makes both of them, and the Rushville lead is cut to 1.
Number 32, Kane Thompson.
Kane Thompson checks in for the Lions. So once again, we're 5:07 left to go in the second quarter here. Rushville leads 12-11. Spartans continue with their full court press, and now here's a shot.
Basket
That is good by Keegan Bowles. His first 2 points of the game. Lead is back to 3, 14-11. And now here's a three on the way. And it's good by Dante Smith. That's Dante's first 3 points of the game, and the score is now tied again at 14. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. And now here's a three on the way. It is off the mark. Connersville with the rebound. He gets it inbounds to Dante Smith, who then travels with it. Just a little too anxious to take it to the hoop. Once again, we apologize if the picture you're getting is not very clear. We're still working off a hot spot here. Kane Thompson passes up the shot. Cameron Morton now handles the top of the key. He looks to drive. And
substitution, Spartans, number 21, Carson Lang.
Carson Ling checks in for the Spartans. And here's a long two on the way. It's off the mark. Rebound is loose and goes out of bounds to Rushville. .337 to go here in the second quarter of this JV contest. Score is tied, 14-14. Spartans continue the press. They ease up a little bit on it. There's a pass cross court that is tipped, but Rushville maintains possession of it. And now here's a three on the way. It's long. Rebound Rushville. And the putback is good by Kane Thompson. Kane Thompson's first 2 points of the game, and Rushville leads by 2. 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Once again, Rushville's defense making it very tough for any inside looks for Connersville. There's a drive underneath, and a shot near the low post is off the mark. Rushville comes away with the rebound. A little bit rough with the passing, but now Cameron Morton gets it across the timeline. And now it's tipped off his hands by Dante Smith, and it's out of bounds to Rushville. Now we've got a substitution for Connersville coming in. Jeremy Jurgensen.
Number 20, Jeremy Jurgensen.
Drew McKee is going to bring it in for the Lions. It's tipped away. Kane Thompson's able to gather it up, and then he loses it out of bounds, and Connersville is going to get it. All right, 2:21 to go here in the second quarter of this JV contest. Rushville leads 16-14. And now here's a pass underneath, and a shot is up and good.
Basket number 11, Braden Pearson.
Braden Pearson has 7 in the game, and the score is now tied 16-16. Able to get a pass down low. They kick it back out to Morton. Morton drives and kicks back out. And now a three on the way by Morton. It's just off the mark. Chance Bentley with the rebound for Connersville. And Connersville is not able to control the rebound. Rushville is going to get it back.
Substitution, Connersville, number 13, Holden Mays.
Holden Mays checks in for the Spartans. 1:35 to go here in the second quarter. Score is tied at 16. Spartans back to a full court press. And Rushville calls timeout before they are called for the 10-second.
Timeout. 30-second timeout, Lion. Full timeout, Lion.
So once again, let's thank the organizations that help make these live streams possible. The City of Rushville, Rush Memorial Hospital, Rush County Emergency Management, Rush County Economic and Community Development Corporation, the Emerald Group, Uplink Technologies, and of course, a special thank you to the RCHS Athletic Department for giving us the space and the opportunity to do this. Once again, tonight we begin working in cooperation with Mr. Bentley and the video production class, as we have Victoria Smiley working the camera for us from his video production class. So thanks to Victoria for helping us out tonight. Once again, Rush Memorial would like to remind everybody that in cooperation with the Indiana Department of Health, they are operating a free COVID-19 testing clinic. This is out of the back of the walk-in care building. You pull into the parking lot in the back of that building, and you will see designated spaces where you can pull in and call the number that's on the sign of that space. And a member of the free testing clinic will come out and administer the COVID-19 test to you in your car. And then the results from that test will be given to you by the Indiana Department of Health, and they should arrive in 2 to 3 days. So Rushville is going to bring the ball in. Coming out of this timeout, Gavin Pearson gets it into Morton. Spartans continue the press. Morton's able to break it and get across the timeline, and now here's a three on the way. In and out by Kane Thompson. Connersville with the rebound. And that pass is broken up by Drew McKee, and Rushville gets it back. A foul as Carson Ling was harassing Keegan Bowles, trying to bring the offense in rhythm.
Foul number 21, Carson Ling, his first, team 7. The free throw line for the Lions, number 10, Keegan Bowles, shooting 1 and 1.
So the Spartans are now in the penalty. First free throw is off the mark. Connersville with the rebound. Just under a minute to go here in the second quarter of this JV contest. Score is tied at 16. Rushville continues to do a good job on defense, not allowing any inside passes until I say it. And now we're going to have an offensive foul on Chance Bentley. He used a little too much shoulder to get that open look down and underneath.
Connersville, number 42, Chance Bentley, his first, team's 8.
So 37 seconds to go here in the first half. Cameron Morton gets it across the timeline. And now he drives into the lane and is able to get a shot in. Cameron Morton now has 5 points, and Rushville now has a 2-point lead with 24 seconds to go. Connersville is going to hold it for the last shot of the half. Braden Pearson handles it up near the timeline. Gets it up to Chance Bentley. Chance looking to make a move, and it's tipped away. And now Chance Bentley was laying on the baseline, and it's out of bounds to Rushville. They'll have 2.4 seconds to try to make something happen before halftime. Drew McKee is going to throw it in to Morton. Morton gets a shot off, but it's going to be short, and that's going to take us into the half. So here we are, our halftime scorer of this JV contest. Rushville 18, Connersville 16. Scoring for the Connersville Spartans were led by number 11, Braden Pearson with 7. Dante Smith had 3. Carson Ling, Chance Bentley, and Jeremy Jurgensen also all had 2. For the Rushville Lions in the first half, Thomas Warner had 6. Cameron Morton had 5. Drew McKee, Keegan Bowles, and Kane Thompson had 2, and Lane Beard had 1. As far as fouls go, Lane Beard had 2. John Alexander had 2. Drew McKee and Thomas Warner both have 1. For the Spartans, Jeremy Jurgensen, Dante Smith, and Cooper Kinney all have 2. And Carson Ling just has 1. So nobody in any serious foul trouble going into the second half of this JV game. So we've got about 9 minutes here in this halftime. I am going to take a break, and we'll be back for the second half. All right, so we're just under a minute away from starting the second half of the JV contest here between the Rushville Lions and the Connersville Spartans. Rushville leads 18-16. Connersville made it tough for the Lions to get into any kind of rhythm on their offense by running a full court press the majority of that first half. But on the defensive side, Rushville also made it tough on Connersville to work the ball inside at all. A lot of their scoring was done with outside shooting. Once again, thank you to all of those organizations that help make these live streams possible. The City of Rushville, Rush Memorial Hospital, Rush County Emergency Management, Uplink Technologies, Rush County Economic and Community Development Corporation, the Emerald Group, and of course a special thank you to the RCHS Athletic Department for giving us the space and the opportunity to do this. And a special thank you to Mr. Bentley and his video production class, as he now has cooperated with us to provide students to help with the production side. We've got Victoria Smiley, a student of his, working the camera tonight. So as we start the second half, Cameron Morton handles the top of the key, gets it over to Drew McKee, back to Morton. Now McKee looks down low for Nash Paddock, who's able to get a shot up underneath and scores.
Basket number 50, Nash Paddock.
Nash Paddock's first 2 points of the game, and Rushville now leads by 4. Pass underneath is mishandled, and Dante Smith couldn't keep his feet from slipping out from underneath him, so he's guilty of a travel. Rushville gets it back. Cameron Morton leads the Lions into their offense. Has to pick up his dribble. Able to give it up to Gavin Pearson. Now another look down low by Paddock, and he is fouled in that attempt. He's going to go to the line.
Connersville foul number 42, Chance Bentley, his second personal.
Chance Bentley now with 2 fouls.
The Lions number 50, Nash Paddock, 2 free throws. Substitution Spartans.
Nash's first one goes off the back of the rim. Cody Naylor checks in for Connersville. Second one is also strong. Nash gets his own rebound, but he's guilty of going over the back to get it.
Lions foul number 50.
His first foul.
His first. Team's first.
So Connersville is going to bring it up the floor. Dante Smith. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Rushville leads by 4. Rushville's size underneath with Nash Paddock and John Alexander has made it tough so far in this game for Connersville to get any passes down there. Now here's a drive, and the shot is off the mark. Connersville with the rebound. And now here's a 3 on the way. It's off the mark, and now we're going to get a foul on Connersville on the rebound. That's on Chance Bentley, his third.
Number 42, Chance Bentley, his third, team's second.
The long pass has to be kicked back out to Morton. And now here's a 3 on the way. Off the rim, and Nash unable to get a handle on that rebound. It goes out of bounds to Connor. That was Thomas Warner on that 3 attempt. Jeremy Jurgensen checks back in for the Spartans. Rushville leads by 4. And Connersville's Braden Pearson attempts to take a drive underneath and loses the handle. It goes out of bounds to Rushville.
Number 12, Cooper Kinney.
So Drew McKee's second foul. And Rushville continues to lead by 4. 4:23 to go here in the third quarter. JV contest. It's off the rim. Rebound. Broadcast of live streaming of Rushville basketball is brought to you by Rush Memorial Hospital. Rush Memorial would like to remind everybody of one of their newer providers that they have on staff is Dr. Jeffrey Ginther. He is an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in the treatment of knee and hip pain, including full knee and hip replacement surgeries. He's been able to help quite a few people who have suffer from knee and hip pain since he's been on staff. And he's just another way that Rush Memorial is showing everyone that they are committed to you close to home. So once again, coming out of this timeout, Rushville leads by 5, 23-18 with 2:37 to go here in the third quarter. Drew McKee is going to bring it in, gives it up to Cameron Morton. He's going to set up the offense. Connersville has given up on their press. Morton with a drive, kicks it out to Bowles, who now gets it over to Alexander. And now pass intended to go underneath is tipped away by Connersville, and they're able to come away with a loose ball. And now here's a drive underneath that is blocked by Paddock, but he's going to be called for a foul. Got a little too much contact down there as he blocked that shot from behind.
Lions foul number 50, Nash Paddock, is second. Team's third.
2 fouls now on Paddock.
Spartans, number 12, Cooper Kinney, shooting 2 free throws.
Cooper Kinney shooting 2 for the Spartans. First one goes in off the front of the rim. That's Cooper Kinney's first point of the game. Second one shot is up and in. Kinney now has 2, and the lead is back down to 3. 2:07 to go here in the third quarter. Pass underneath is tipped away by Connersville. Rushville is going to keep it.
Connersville substitution number 13.
Holden Mays checks in for the Spartans. And now here's a 3 on the way. Off the mark. Rebound to Connersville. Drive in the lane and now kick out. 3 on the way by Connersville. It's short. Nash Paddock with the rebound. And he is fouled as he tries to look for an outlet pass. That's going to be on Cody Naylor.
Foul number 14, Cody Naylor, his first. Team's third.
Cody Naylor's first foul, and Rushville is going to bring it down the floor. 1:36 to go here in the third quarter. Rushville leads by 3 of this JV contest. Cameron Morton is bumped as he brings it across the timeline by Dante Smith. That's going to be Dante's third foul.
Connersville foul number 2, Dante Smith, his third. Team's fourth. Connersville substitution number 11, Braden Pearson.
Braden Pearson checks back in for the Spartans. Rushville is able to inbound to Morton in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Bowles. Bowles has to pick up his dribble, gets it back to Morton. Looking to go down low. Connersville doing a little bit better job of blocking the passing. Pass underneath is tipped away. Nash Paddock saves it, gets it to John Alexander for 3. Off the rim. Connersville with the rebound. Cody Naylor reeled that one in. Rushville leads by 3, 22 seconds to go. Third quarter of this JV contest. Connersville is going to slow it down, try to get the last shot of the quarter. Cooper Kinney handles the top of the key, kicks it out. There's a 3 on the way. It's off the mark. John Alexander with the rebound, and that's going to close out the third quarter with Rushville leading 25-22. But again, the Rushville defense doing a great job of not allowing really any inside looks by Connersville. And in that quarter, Rushville was able to get a few inside looks to Nash Paddock, get some more inside scoring. Able to get the lead back and maintain it now as they lead by 3 as we go into the fourth quarter of this JV contest. Once again, tonight's live stream broadcast of Rushville Lions basketball is brought to you by Rush Memorial Hospital. And Rush Memorial would like to remind everyone that they are partnering with the Indiana Department of Health to run a free COVID-19 testing clinic. And this is done behind the walk-in care office. When you pull into the parking lot at the back of that walk-in care building, you'll see specially marked spaces. Pull in, call the number that's on the sign, and a member of the clinic staff will come out to your car and administer the test to you right there. And then the results of that test will come to you from the Indiana Department of Health, not the hospital, and they'll get to you in 2 to 3 days. So here we go. We're about to start the fourth quarter, I should say, of this JV contest. Rushville leads by 3, 25-22. On the floor for the Lions, Cameron Morton, Drew McKee, Keegan Bowles, Nash Paddock, and Lane Beard. Here's a drive into the lane now. Has to pick up his dribble, kick it back out to Dante Smith. Dante Smith with a drive. He kicks it out. And now here's another drive in the lane. Shot is short. Nash Paddock with a strong rebound. And Rushville controls it. 6:32 to go here in the fourth quarter of this JV contest. Cameron Morton handles the top of the key. Gets over to McKee. Back to Morton. Back to McKee. Looking to go down low to Paddock. He's got it at the post and is able to put it in.
Number 15, Nash Paddock.
Paddock now has 6 in the game, and the lead is now 5. 6:10 to go. And now here's a 3 on the way on the Connersville side. That's Jeremy Jurgensen able to hit it.
Jeremy Jurgensen.
Jurgensen now has 7 in the game, and he cut the lead to 2 with that one. Just under 6 minutes to go. Looking to go down low to Paddock again. They're able to get it to him. Tough pass to handle. And then he tries to get it back out to Morton, and he puts a little too much on the ball. And Connersville is going to get it. Dante Smith brings it across the timeline. Handles the top of the key. He's going to drive underneath. Puts a shot up. It's partially blocked, and Rushville comes away with it. Keegan Bowles able to get the rebound. Gets it over to Cameron Morton, who's going to bring it up. And now here's a 3 on the way. It's banked in by Drew McKee.
Number 40, Drew McKee.
Drew McKee now has 5 points in the game, and the lead is now 5. And now here's a 3 on the way by Connersville, and it's in. Cooper Kinney.
Basket number 12, Cooper Kinney.
Cooper Kinney now has 7 in the game, and the lead is back to 2. And now here's a look underneath by Lane Beard, and they're going to say he charged on Dante Smith. That's Lane Beard's 3rd foul of the game. And now we're going to have a couple substitutions. John Alexander is going to replace Lane Beard. Thomas Warner comes in for Keegan Bowles. So Rushville leads by 2 with 4.5 minutes to go here in this JV contest. 28, 4:14 to go here in the JV contest. Cameron Morton kicks it away to Alexander. Back to Morton, top of the key. Now Drew McKee on the far wing. Back to Morton. Back to McKee. Trying to get a load to Paddock. He does, and then Paddock is fouled as he took the pass in. That's going to be on Chance Bentley, his fourth. So Chance Bentley, the first player in foul trouble. So John Alexander looks to bring it in. He does get it in, but now the pass is loose. And we're going to go jump ball, and that's going to go possession to Rushville.
Alternating possession, Lions basketball.
John Alexander trying to go low again. He does get it into McKee, who's able to kick it back out to Morton. They get a low to Paddock. Now Alexander with a three from the far corner. That's off the mark. Connersville with the rebound. Cooper Kinney brings it up. Rushville leads by 2, 3.5 minutes to go. Drive into the lane, and they're going to call a foul. I think that's going to be on Drew McKee. It is. That's Drew McKee's third.
Number 40, Drew McKee, his third, team's fifth.
So not in the penalty yet. Oh, and Cameron Morton steals the pass. He's now bringing it up the floor, kicks it out. And Thomas Warner's three is in and out. Drew Paddock with a rebound. And now as Warner was trying to get it back to Paddock in the low post, he is fouled as he makes the pass. That's going to be on Cooper Kinney. That's Cooper Kinney's third.
Number 10, Keegan Bowles returns for the Lions.
Keegan Bowles back in, and Connersville is one foul away from being in the bonus. 3:18 to go here in this JV game, and Rushville leads by 2. They're able to get the ball in. Cameron Morton now handles it on the near wing. Gets it on low to Paddock. He swings it over to Alexander. Now here's a three on the way by Bowles, just short. And Dante Smith controls the rebound for the Spartans. Now here's a quick three by Jerkinson, and it's good.
Lions foul number 12, Cameron Morton, his first, team sixth.
Long Connersville pass is caught by Smith. And now a three on the way, off the mark. And Rushville controls the rebound. Keegan Bowles was able to reel it in. And ball is tipped out of bounds as Keegan Bowles was trying to pass it out to Morton. And a little bit of a dispute over that call, but now Rushville calls a timeout. So here we are, timeout with 2:04 to go here in the fourth quarter of the JV game. Rushville leads by 1, 32-31. Once again, we want to thank all the organizations that help make these live streams possible. Tonight we have Victoria Smiley working the camera for us. And once again, I do want to apologize if you're getting a fuzzy picture during tonight's live stream. We are once again working off of a hotspot. We have worked with the high school's athletic department, or actually their IT department, to try to get internet hardlined here into the gym. So far, we're not successful in getting that done, but we're still working on it. So hopefully very soon these games will look a lot better. So John Alexander throws it in, coming out of the timeout. Gets it to Cameron Morton. 2 minutes to go here in this JV game. Rushville leads by 1. Pass is mishandled, and then Connersville comes away with it. Cooper Kinney brings it up the floor and then drives the lane and gets 2 in. Cooper Kinney now has 9 in the game, and Connersville second timeout.
30-second timeout, Lions.
Once again, live streams of these games are brought to you by Rush Memorial Hospital. Rush Memorial would like to remind everyone of one of their newer providers that they have on staff, Dr. Jeffrey Ginther, who is an orthopedic surgeon, and he specializes in the treatment of knee and hip pain, including full knee and hip replacements. He's been able to help quite a few people who suffer from chronic knee and hip pain since he's been on staff. Just another way that Rush Memorial is showing you that they are committed to you close to home. So once again, as we come out of this timeout, 1:10 to go here in the JV game. Connersville leads by 1, 35-34. Connersville has the ball. Rushville is going to provide a soft press. Dante Smith brings it across the timeline. 1 minute to go here. Connersville leads by 1. Now here's a drive in the lane. And a runner is up and good by Cooper Kinney. And the Connersville lead is now extended to 3. 48 seconds to go. John Alexander set to bring it in bounds. Gets it into Morton. The clock continues to run. 23 to go. Morton drives in, kicks it out to Alexander. Here's a 3 on the way. Got it. John Alexander ties up the game with 15.9 to go. And Rushville immediately calls a full timeout as soon as he makes it. So they can set up their D. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and we do want to apologize. We are working off of a Wi-Fi hotspot again, and looks like the picture's kind of going in and out. We're doing our best with what we've got so far. As I mentioned earlier, we are working with the school's ID department to try to get hardline internet run into the gym to try to help make this picture a lot better. So we thank Rush County Emergency Management for helping us get the internet that we do have to this point. We can only do so much with Wi-Fi in this old building. So here we go, 15.9 to go. Score is tied, 37-37. Connersville with the ball. They're able to get it inbounds. And now Cooper Kinney brings it across the timeline. Just under 10 to go. Cooper Kinney's going to drive to the lane. Get a shot up. It's too strong. And the putback is in by Chance Bentley. And that's the end of the game. Connersville wins it with a last-second putback by Chance Bentley. So the final score of the JV game tonight, Connersville 39, Rushville 37. Once again, for those of you who were watching, I apologize for the disrupted picture. We're going to try to reset the internet here and see if we can get it to give us a little better signal. But we'll be back in about 20 minutes with the start of the varsity game here between the Rushville Lions and Connersville Spartans. You are looking live at Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Rushville Consolidated High School, where tonight it is the War on 44 basketball style as the Rushville Lions play host to the Connersville Spartans. Hello again, everybody. I am Paul Nichols, here to call the action for you tonight. And both teams come into tonight. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Bentley, the RCHS video production teacher, as he has now cooperated with us to get some of his students involved in helping with these broadcasts. Tonight we have video production student Victoria Smiley helping us with the camera operation. We've got just over 6 minutes to go here before the tip-off of the varsity contest. As we wait, let me let you in on some of the other Rushville sports action that's happening. In the 160 weight class, junior Alan Bushy lost by a pin in the second period. And in the 182 weight class, senior Garrett burning a few wrestlers from the lineup because of that. And with social distancing limiting their normal practice routine, this meet gave them a chance to see where they need to improve. He is very proud of his wrestlers, and he looks forward to their next meet in Milan this coming Saturday, December 5th. That's tomorrow. So good luck to the Lions wrestlers as they continue their season. Once again, these live streams of Rushville Lions Sports are brought to you by Rush Memorial Hospital. Rush Memorial would like to remind everybody that they are partnering with the Indiana Department of Health to run a free COVID-19 testing clinic. This is done out of the back of their walk-in care office. When you pull into the back parking lot there, you'll see specially marked parking spaces for the clinic. Pull into the space, call the number that's on the sign, and a testing clinic staff member will come out and administer the test to you in your car. And this is not a rapid response test, and the state Department of Health will have your results available in a couple of days. Once again, Rush Memorial is showing another way that they are committed to you close to home. Also, Rush Memorial would like to remind you of one of their newer providers that they have on staff. Dr. Jeffrey Ginther is an orthopedic surgeon specializing in the treatment of knee and hip pain. Including full knee and hip replacements. Dr. Ginther has been able to help quite a few people who suffer from chronic knee. A few moments ago, JV fell to the Connersville Spartan JV by a last-second putback in the lane. So the JV falls by 2 points to the Connersville JV. Leading the JV for scoring was John Alexander with 8 points. Cameron Morton also put up 7. Thomas Warner had 6. And Nash Paddock also had 6. Drew McKee had 5, and Lane Beard had 1. Rushville led most of the second half of that game. Connersville just made a late run in the last minute to get the lead back and then put up a last-second putback to win it. So here in just over a minute, we're going to have tip-off of the varsity contest between the Connersville Spartans and the Rushville Lions. A war on 44 basketball style. And as I mentioned earlier, both teams come in tonight looking for their first win of the season, just like football. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to PA announcer Keith Perrin for the starting lineups and presentation of our national anthem. And as always, The RCHS Athletic Department will have a sportsmanship message before we get started. Once again, thanks to all of you who are tuning in, and I want to preface this again that we are working off of a hotspot again, so the signal may be a little bit sketchy. We've worked with the school's IT department to try to get this hardline internet sorted out here in the gym. So far, we're not there yet, but we're still working on it, so please bear with us. We're doing our best to give you a chance to watch these games.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memorial Gymnasium and to the Rice Brown Court for tonight's varsity contest between the Connersville Spartans and your Rushville Lions. At this time, we have an important sportsmanship announcement.
Good evening, basketball fans. My name is Carter Tag. Ladies and gentlemen, you may not be wearing a team jersey, but you are still a representative of your high school. Please conduct yourself in a way that reflects positively on your team, your school, and your community. Thank you for practicing good sportsmanship during tonight's game. Lions would like to wish the Connersville Spartans good luck tonight.
Fans, at this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the presentation of our national anthem, sung by Miss Emily Campbell.
Emily Campbell, daughter of band director T.R. Campbell, with an outstanding rendition of the national anthem. Very good job on that.
And now let's meet tonight's lineups. First of all, for our visitors from Connersville, the Spartans. On the roster this evening, number 20, Jeremy Jurgensen. Number 22, Luke Solenberger. Number 34, Lucas Barron. Number 44, Gage Brown. Number 50, Chance Bentley. Starting tonight for the Spartans at guard, a 5'7" senior, number 5, Jonah Graham. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 12, Toby Billups. At forward, a 6'2" junior, number 30, Caleb Sparks. At center, a 6'4" senior, number 40, Cole Martin. And at forward, a 6'1" sophomore, number 42, James Williams. Connersville's coached by Kerry Brown. And now, for your Rushville Lions. On the roster this evening, number 3, Alec Evans. Number 10, Sam Smith. Number 12, Carter Tag. Number 20, Cameron Horton. Number 21, Dylan Thompson. Number 50, Nash Paddock. Number 52, John Alexander. Number 30, Drew McKee. Assistant coaches Scott Miller, Mark Blaker, Robert Sweet, Devin Niehoff, Nate Niehoff, Kyle Morgan, and managers Emily Jackman, Molly Zachary, Jacob Park. Starting tonight for the Lions, at guard, a 6'1" freshman, number 2, Jaron Taylor. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 5, Cameron Jackman. At guard, a 5'10 senior, number 11, Cameron Munchell. At forward, a 5'10 freshman, number 24, Quentin Kane. And at center, a 6'7 junior, number 33, Jack Laker. Lions are coached by Doug Laker.
All right, so there you have the starting lineups, and we are set to tip here as the Rushville Lions take on the Connersville Spartans. Once again, it's awesome to hear T.R. Campbell and the band playing the school song here in Memorial Gymnasium. They always sound awesome in here. So Jack Laker set to tip for the Lions. Cole Martin set to tip off for the Spartans. And Connersville controls the tip. Toby Billups brings it across the timeline for Connersville. Gets over to the near side. Jonah Graham gets it underneath. And a quick score by James Williams. Connersville puts the first points on the board, 2-0. Now pass underneath to Jaron Taylor. He looks to take a quick jumper from the wing. In the near corner, and he's got it. Ties it up at 2. Connersville able to get the ball down low pretty early in this game. And now here's another look underneath by Williams. Now he kicks it out for a 3. And it's good. By Caleb Sparks. And Connersville up to a quick 7-2 lead. Cameron Munchell has it top of the key, gets it over to Taylor. Taylor now in the near corner, Kane. Kane gives it up to Jackman. Jackman gets caught, has to go back to Kane. Kane at the top of the key, gives it up to Munchell. Munchell with a quick look and gives it up to Jackman. Gets it down low to Laker. Laker kicks it out to Munchell, who puts up a 3, and he got it.
3-point basket, number 11, Cameron Munchell.
Cuts the Connersville lead to 2, 7-5. 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. And here's a jumper from the free throw line. Is off the mark. Laker with the rebound for the Lions. Gives it up to Taylor, who comes down and stops and pops for 3. And he got it.
3-point basket, number 2, Jaron Taylor.
Jaron Taylor with a quick 5 points, and Rushville takes the lead 8-7. There's Williams with it. Free throw line. Gives it back out to Sparks, who now gets it over to Billups. Billups drives the lane and then gives it up, and then we're going to get a blocking foul down there on Munchell. Now here's a long inbounds pass out near half court. Caught by Cole Martin. He gets it back over to Jonah Graham. Jonah Graham takes it into the lane, kicks it out. And now here's a 3 and away from the far corner. It's short, but rebounded by Williams, who is fouled on his putback attempt, and that's going to be on Munchell again. And Munchell has 2 fouls.
Rushville foul number 11, Cameron Munchell, his second, team second. The free throw line for the Spartans, number 42, James Williams, 2 free throws.
James Williams' first free throw is good.
Substitution Lions, number 10, Sam Smith.
Williams' second is off the back of the rim, but rebound originally caught by Connersville, but Rushville, like they're trying to make a move underneath, and he is fouled. That's going to be on James Williams. Are they going to call? They are calling it a shooting foul or no? There's a discussion about whether it was a shooting foul. They are saying it is a shooting foul. Lakers first is too strong. Laker with another chance to put Rushville ahead by one. And that's in, but now we've got a lane violation by Rushville, which negates that shot. So the score remains tied at 8. Gives it up to Martin. Martin now gives it back to Billups. Billups drives the lane, kicks it out. And now here's Sparks with a 3 attempt. Is off the mark, and James Williams comes down with the rebound for the Spartans. And his putback is off, but he is fouled, and that's going to be on Jaron Taylor. That's going to be Taylor's first foul.
Lions foul number 2, Jaron Taylor. His first personal, team's third. Number 42, James Williams, 2 free throws.
Williams makes the first, and that puts Connersville back in the lead by 1.
Number 22, Luke Sullenberger.
Luke Sullenberger comes in for the Spartans. He replaces Caleb Sparks. Williams' second on the way. It's good. Connersville now has a 2-point lead. Williams with 5 points so far in the game. Quentin Kane brings it up the floor for the Lions. And he loses the handle. And now here's a breakaway by Connersville. And Cole Martin's able to put it in for 2. Connersville leads by 4. Laker has it top of the key, gets it over to Sam Taylor at the top of the key. Gives it over to Kane on the far wing. Connersville very quick on defense, not allowing any major moves toward the basket. Smith on the near wing. Gives it over to Kane. Kane loses the handle, and it's half. It is. Smith put it down the near wing. Gets it over to Jackman. Pass deflected by Jackman, and he then calls timeout as soon as he gathers up the pass. So Rushville able to make a steal there.
Timeout, 30-second timeout, Lions.
They're going to have a chance to tie it up here. With 2:14 to go here in the first quarter, Connersville leads 12-10. Once again, we want to thank all of those who are watching. We understand the signal is not great tonight, and we do apologize for that. We're doing the best we can. We're off the hot spot again. We have been working with the schools. I just get internet hard line into the here. We're not quite there, but we're still working a little. Proving in every way they can that they are committed to you close to home. So coming out of this timeout, Rushville is going to have the ball down at their own baseline. I'm sorry, at the Connersville baseline. So Quentin Kane's going to bring it up the floor. Quint gets it over to Taylor for 3. A little too strong off the back of the rim. And the loose ball is controlled by Connersville. And now here's a 3 on the way. It's good.
3-point basket, number 12, Toby Billups.
Toby Billups. And now there's a loose ball on the Rushville end, and Connersville comes away with it. And now here's a long three on the way. It's off the mark. But Williams with the rebound and put back for Connersville.
James Williams.
Williams now has 7, and the Connersville lead is 7. Just under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Jackman handles it, top of the key. Picks up his dribble, has to give it up.
Connersville foul number 44.
Gage Brown.
Gage Brown, his first, team second. Connersville subs, number 30, Caleb Sparks. Number 34, Lucas Brown.
So Quinn Kane's going to bring it in for Rushville. Connersville leads by 7, 17-10. 3 seconds to go here in the first. They got to get a shot up. He's not looking at the clock. And they don't get a shot off. So that's the end of the first quarter, with the Connersville Spartans now leading the Rushville Lions 17-10. So far the Spartans able to get a little more done underneath than what the Rushville Lions have been able to do. But a little more aggressive on their defense. Once again, we want to thank all those organizations that help make these live streams possible. The City of Rushville, Rush Memorial Hospital, Uplink Technologies, Rush County Emergency Management, the Rush County Economic and Community Development Corporation, the Emerald Group, and of course a huge thank you to the RCHS Athletic Department for giving us the space and the opportunity to make these live streams possible so that all of those of you who are not allowed to attend these games now to the new COVID regulations can have a chance to see these games. And of course, we want to extend a thank you to the RCHS video production teacher, Mr. Bentley, for now offering a chance for some of his students to come and participate in the production of these streams. Tonight we have video production student Victoria Smiley helping us with the camera. So now Rushville brings the ball in, coming out of the second quarter now. Once again, Connersville leads 17-10. Nash Paddock is checked in for Rushville, taking the place of Laker. Quentin Kane with the drive, now has to give it up, back to Jackman. And now Jackman puts a three up. It's in and out, and rebound goes off of Connersville, but it looks like Connersville is going to keep it anyway.
Substitution, number 40, Cole Martin. Number 50, Nash Paddock's on the floor for the Lions.
So Connersville with it, with a 17-10 lead here. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. And now a pass underneath is too strong, and Rushville is going to get it back. So Kane gives it up to Jackman, who gives it up to Smith. Smith brings it around back to Kane. Kane at the top of the key, gives it over to Taylor. They're trying to get it down to Paddock underneath. Now Jackman at the free throw line with a jumper. Off the mark, Connersville with the rebound. Pass underneath is broken up. Now there's a tussle for the ball, and looks like I don't see a call yet. So Kane's going to bring it in for the Lions. Able to get it into Jackman. Jackman gets into the lane, kicks it up to Taylor. Taylor with a three. Got it. Jaron Taylor now has 8 in the game. Cuts the lead to 7. 5:50 to go in the first half. Now here's a pass underneath to Williams with an easy 2.
Basket's good by number 5, Cameron Jackman. He'll shoot a free throw.
That foul was called on Caleb Sparks.
Connersville foul number 5, Jonah Graham. His first, team's third.
Nope, I was mistaken. That was on Jonah Graham, not Caleb Sparks. Jackman is not able to complete the three-point play, but Paddock gets the rebound and gets it back to Jackman, who tries to put it back up, and he is fouled on that attempt.
Connersville foul number 30, Caleb Sparks. His first personal, team's fourth.
There's a foul on Caleb Sparks. First one's too strong. Second one is up, and it's good. Cuts the Connersville lead to 6. That gives Jackman 3 points for the game so far. Billups brings it up the floor for the Spartans. Gives it up to Sparks. Sullenberger now back to Billups. Billups drives in the lane, kicks it away, and it is taken away by Rushville. Jaron Taylor now controls it. Gives it over to Kane. Kane now to Jackman on the near side. Trying to get it down low to Paddock. He is able to, and then he's tied up. It's actually knocked away from him, and Connersville comes away with it. Sullenberger. Laker comes back in for Paddock. Connersville leads by 6, 22-16, 4:47 to go here in the first half. Kane handles the top of the key, gets it over to Taylor. Taylor back to Kane. Kane looks to make a move inside. It's knocked away from him. He gets it back. Gets it over to Jackman, who gets over to Taylor. Taylor gets it down to Laker at the post. Makes a move. Gets it up. Just not able to get over. And Cole Martin dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. Rushville is going to get it.
Also number 44, Gage Brown. For the Lions, number 11, Cameron Munchell.
Cameron Munchell comes back in place of Jackman. Connersville continues to lead by 6, 22-16, 4:12 to go here in the first half. Kane handles the top of the key, gets it over to Munchell in the far wing. Munchell being guarded by Williams, has to give it over to Smith. Smith back to Kane, now down low to Laker. Laker tries to give it back to Kane, and it's taken away from him. And now Connersville's bringing it back up the floor. Now pass underneath is broken up, and Jaron Taylor comes away with it for the Lions. Gives it up to Laker, and it's broken up there, and he is fouled.
Connersville foul number 5, Jonah Graham, the second, team's fifth.
Jonah Graham.
Jack Laker at the free throw line, shooting 2 free throws.
Jonah Graham's second foul now, and Laker will be shooting 2. Try to cut into the Connersville lead. First one is off the mark. Second one is up, and it rattles in. So Laker now has 3 points, and the lead is down to 5. 3:38 to go here in the first half. Now here's a 3 on the way by Connersville, and it's good. Caleb Sparks.
Number 30, Caleb Sparks.
Sparks now has 8, and the lead is back to 8 in the corner. Now Munchell with a 3. Off the rim. Connersville with a rebound. Just under 3 minutes to go now, first half. Connersville with the ball and a 7-point lead. I'm sorry, 8-point lead. Now here's a drive underneath. And he is fouled by Laker as he baited him into getting up in the air, and Laker had nowhere to go.
Lions foul number 33, Jack Laker, his first, team's fourth.
So Jack Laker's foul sends
Number 5,
Jonah Graham to the line. Graham's first is in, and that's his first point of the game.
Number 5, Cameron Jackman returns for the Lions.
Jackman comes in replacing Taylor. Graham's second is good. And that puts the lead back to 10 now for the Spartans.
For the Spartans, number 34, Lucas Barron.
So Quinn Kane's going to bring it up the floor now as Rushville trails by 10 with 2:34 to go here in the first half. Jackman looks to the inside, gives it back out to Kane. Kane looks to the inside, has to give it up. He gets it over to Jackman on the near wing. Now here's a three by Munchell. Off the bar, the rim no good, and Connersville with the rebound. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Connersville with a 10-point lead, 27-17. And now here's the three on the way by Phillips. And it's good.
3-point basket. Number 12, Toby Phillips.
And Connersville extends their lead to 13 now with 1:50 left to go here in the first half. And Rushville struggling to get anything done on the offensive end so far in this quarter. Rush County Economic and Community Development Corporation, the Emerald Group, and of course a huge thank you to the RCHS Athletic Department for giving us the space and the opportunity to be able to do this. And also a big thank you now to the Rushville High School video production teacher, Mr. Bentley, for offering to have some of his video production students help us out on the production of these live streams. Tonight we have Victoria Smiley helping us out behind the camera. Once again, it's always awesome to hear the band. The band has done everything they can to keep themselves safe during this COVID situation. They've got plexiglass partitions in between each seat. All those who are not playing wind instruments are wearing their masks during every song, and those who are playing the wind instruments are wearing them in between. By Rushville, and then Jackman is fouled as he maintained control of the ball.
Foul number 44, Gage Brown. His second, team 6.
Gage Brown commits his second foul.
Jaron Taylor returns for the Lions.
Jaron Taylor now back in for Munchell. Kane brings it across the timeline. 1:22 to go here in the first half. Lions trail by 13. Sam Smith in the corner now gives it back to Kane. Now back over to Jackman. Top of the key with a three. That's off the marker. We're going to have a foul underneath on Billups.
Number 12, Toby Billups. His first, team 7.
So that now puts
Lions substitution
Connersville in the bonus.
50. Nash Paddock.
Paddock's going to come in for Laker for this last minute, 10 seconds.
Shooting 1 and 1.
So Taylor now shooting for the Lions. First one is good. Taylor now could cut the lead to 11 with this one. He's off the mark. Connersville with the rebound. Taylor now has 9 for the game. And the lead is now 12. Minute to go here in the first half. Ball comes loose. Connersville gets it back. Rushville attempted a foul, and they couldn't get a call. And now we got to drive into the lane, and now it's kicked out. And now we're going to get a
Bench warning on the Lions.
we're going to get a warning against the Lions bench. Coach Laker had an issue with the fact that Jackman tried really hard to foul the Connersville ball handler a minute ago and couldn't get a call. So Connersville gets it out of bounds. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Connersville leads 30 to 18. And now we're going to get a foul going the other way. That's going to be on Gage Brown, his third foul. So a break there as the Lions
Round number 44, his third, team's
are now going to get it back with 34.8 seconds to go here in the first half, down by 12. Spartans are bringing Williams back in place of Brown. Kane handles it, brings it across the timeline. Lions are looking to score quickly here. Smith gives it up to Taylor. Taylor launches a long three. It's long. Laker almost gets a rebound, but Jackman is able to get a hold of it. His putback is no good and goes out of bounds to Rushville. 19.2 seconds to go. Kane's going to bring it in for the Lions. Gets it into Smith. Smith gets it out to Taylor. Taylor to Laker. It's knocked out of Laker's hands, and Connersville now on a break. And that shot is too strong off the glass, and it's going to go out of bounds to Connersville. 7.7 seconds to go here, and Connersville is going to have the ball with a chance to extend their lead going into halftime. Spartans bring in Graham for the inbound. Lions bring in Paddock in place of Laker. Get it into Williams. 6 seconds to go. Now here's a three by Graham. It's short. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half. Connersville leads 30-18. Here at halftime, Rushville really struggled to get any kind of offensive rhythm going in that second quarter. Connersville defense was strong as far as harassing every pass that they tried to make. And with that, Connersville had a few breaks where they were able to score, and they also had some really good outside on that. So hopefully future games are going to look a lot better than tonight's game. So please bear with us as we're doing the best we can with what we've got. And we continue to try to make this better as we go. So it is halftime, and there's going to be about 9 minutes left before we get to the third quarter. So I'm going to take a break, and we will be back to call the third quarter action. Okay, and we are back to start the second half of the Rushville Lions Connersville Spartans basketball game. Connersville leads to start the second half, 30-18. Once again, it's always great to hear T.R. Campbell directing the RCHS Roaring Regiment here in Memorial Gymnasium. They sound awesome in this gym. So Connersville sets to bring it in. Graham gets it inbounds to Billups, who gives it back to Graham. Graham brings it across the timeline. Now Billups in the far wing, drives it into the lane. Looks to kick it to Williams. Loses the handle, and now here's a three on the way. That's short. Rebound controlled by Jaron Taylor of Rushville. Taylor gives it up to Kane. Taylor gets it into Laker. Has to give it back to Taylor. Taylor now over to Munchell. Now back to Taylor. Taylor makes a spin move. Tries to go underneath. He doesn't have any room. Gives it back to Munchell, who loses the handle. Now there's a scrum on the floor for it. And we're going to call... I don't know what we're going to call. We're having a discussion on it. And we're calling jump ball, which is possession to Rushville. So Rushville with a fortunate call out of that mess. So now Kane controls the top of the key, gives it back to Taylor on the near wing. Looks to get it to Laker, not enough room. So now Jackman has it far wing. Gives it back to Kane at the top of the key. Once again, Connersville leads by 12. Kane picks up his dribble, has to give it up to Taylor. Taylor now looks to drive to the inside, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul. That's going to be his second of the game.
Player control foul, number 2, Rushville. Jaron Taylor, his second, team's first.
Went to make a move and just got his shoulder lowered there, and Connersville player was able to bait him into a move that looked like a charge. So now Connersville controls it on the far wing. Now Martin at top of the key, gives it back to Graham. Now back to Williams, top of the key. Williams gives it up to Billups. Martin gives it back to Graham. Graham now drives on the lane, gives it up to Williams, and kicks it out to Martin for a three. Martin now has 5 points, and the lead is now 15. Kane has it near the half court, gives it out to Munchell on the far wing. Munchell looking to get it to the inside, has to kick it back over to Kane. Kane now gets it to Laker, top of the key, now to Munchell for a three. Got it.
3-point basket, number 11, Cameron Munchell.
Munchell has 6 points in the game, and that cuts the lead to 12. 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. Martin has the top of the key, gives it over to Graham in the near wing. Kicks it out to Williams, who kicks it over to Billups. Billups now looks to drive, gets it over the top of Laker for two. Toby Billups now has 10 points in the game, and the lead is back to 14. Munchell now has it on the far wing. Being harassed by Williams. His pass down low is broken up by Connersville. Now Williams brings it down and kicks it out to Graham. And now here's Martin. Billups now over to... And now here's Martin with a look underneath.
Basket number 40, Cole Martin.
Martin has 7 in the game, and that extends the Connersville lead to 16. 4:54 to go here in the third quarter, and Rushville calls timeout.
Full timeout.
So once again, we want to thank all of those organizations that help make these live streams of Rushville Lions and Lady Lions sports possible. The City of Rushville, Rush Memorial Hospital, Uplink Technologies, the Rush County Emergency Management, Rush County Economic and Community Development Corporation, the Emerald Group, and of course, a huge thanks to the RCHS Athletic Department for giving us the space and the opportunity to do this. And a huge thank you also to RCHS video production teacher, Mr. Bentley, for offering to have some of his video production students come help us with these broadcasts. Tonight we have Victoria Smiley working the camera for us. And once again, this live stream is brought to you by Rush Memorial Hospital. Rush Memorial would like to remind you of one of their newer providers they have on staff, Dr. Jeffrey Ginther. He is an orthopedic surgeon specializing in the treatment of knee and hip pain, including full and knee and hip replacements. Just another way that Rush Memorial is showing that they are committed to you close to home. So coming out of the timeout, Rushville is going to bring the ball in. Jackman's going to get it into Kane. Once again, here we are in the third quarter. Connersville leads 37-21, 4:50 to go. Munchell has it in the near corner. He loses the handle. Jackman's able to pick it up, and then Jackman is fouled. That's going to be on Caleb Sparks. It's going to be his second foul.
Foul number 30, Caleb Sparks, his second. Team's first.
It's only their first foul of the half. Kane now handles it top of the key. Gets it over to Jackman. It was tipped. Jackman's able to hang on to it. Gets it over to Munchell. Now over to Kane. Kane makes a drive down the baseline and kicks it out to Jackman. Jackman now goes into the lane, but he carried it before he got going. So that's going to give it back to Connersville.
Connersville substitution number 22, Luke Sullenberger.
Billups needs a little bit of help to get back over to the Connersville bench after this. Looks like he was reaching for his elbow. There you see the Rushville trainer who works in cooperation with Rush Memorial Hospital. She's actually a Rush Memorial staff member, Erin Llewellyn. Excellent trainer. Taking a look at Billups over there on the far side. So after that foul, Rushville comes down with the ball. Kane handles it across the timeline. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Connersville leads by 16. And now a drive by Taylor. And he is fouled by Graham as he goes into the lane.
Connersville foul number 22,
Oh.
Luke Sullenberger.
I'm wrong on that. That was Sullenberger with that foul, his first.
Number 2, Jaron Taylor, 2 free throws.
Taylor's first is in. Taylor now has 10 points in the game, and the lead is 15. Taylor's second is in. He now has 11. Cuts the lead to 14. Rushville with a little bit of pressure this time. Graham's able to get across the timeline. Connersville now has Gage Brown in the game. And then Rushville has brought in Nash Paddock. A three is off the mark by Connersville. And we are going to get a foul on Gage Brown.
Number 44, Gage Brown, his fourth, team's fourth.
So Gage Brown in a little bit of foul trouble now.
Number
And
42,
the Lions are going to bring in
James returns for
Williams to replace him. So 3:38 to go here in the third. Connersville leads by 14, 37-23. Kane brings it across for Rushville. Gives it up to Taylor. Gives it up to Paddock. Now Munchell has it. Munchell looks to drive to the inside. He has to stop. And now his pass back towards Kane is broken up, and Graham is on a break. And he's able to put it in.
basket number 5, Jonah Graham.
Graham. Kane's going to drive, kick it out to Jackman. Jackman's going to drive into the lane, and he's going to be guilty of a charge. That's going to be Jackman's first foul of the game.
Lions, number 5, Cameron Jackman, his first.
Just when it looked like Jackman had a wide open look, he passed that up to take it in
Smith returns for the Lions.
and then commit a foul. So Rushville is now going to go to the press. 3 minutes to go here in the third. Connersville has the ball and leads by 16. And they're going to get Taylor for a block up high.
Rushville foul number 2, Jaron Taylor. His third. Team's third.
Taylor now has 3 fouls. Martin has the top of the key, gives it back to Graham on the near wing. Graham looks to drive, kicks it out to Sullenberger, who gives it up to Williams for an easy 2 underneath.
James Williams.
Williams now has 11, and the lead is up to 18, 41-23. 2:16 to go in the third quarter. Munchell has it in the near wing. Munchell comes across the top of the lane and kicks it out to Smith, who was leaning in the wrong direction, and Rushville gives it up. So Graham brings it across the timeline for the Spartans. Sullenberger gives it back to Graham for a 3. That's long off the rim. Rebound controlled by Connersville. Sullenberger, he gets it back out to Graham. And now here's a drive in the lane. Lucas Barron took it in there. And they're going to get a foul on Munchell. That's going to be his third foul.
34, Lucas Barron, 2 free throws.
Lucas Barron's first is in and out. Second is on the way. It's also off, and now we're going to get a foul over the back on Connersville. That's going to be on Sullenberger. That's his second.
Connersville foul number 22, Luke Sullenberger, his second, team's fifth.
So here we are with 1:34 to go here in the third quarter. Rushville trails 41-23 to the Connersville Spartans. Kane handles it near half court, gives it up to Munchell. Munchell tries for 3. It's off the back of the rim, no good. And Connersville's Graham comes away with the rebound. Graham kicks it out to Sparks for a 3. Williams is able to come away with a loose ball underneath, and then he is fouled on the putback. That foul is on Jackman.
Lions foul number 5, Cameron Jackman, his second, team's fifth. James Williams, 2 free throws.
Williams' first is good. Williams now has 12 in the game, and the lead is now 19. 1:12 to go here in the third quarter. Williams' second is off the front of the rim, but then it's tipped back up, unfortunately, by Jackman. Sullenberger's going to get the credit for that shot, but it looked to me like it went off of Jackman's hand, and the lead is now 21 for Connersville. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. And now here's a 3 by Kane. Got it.
Basket number 24.
Graham being defended by Taylor. Now Sullenberger in the corner gives it back to Graham. Now to Sullenberger, 3 from the corner. In and out. Rebound is tipped out of bounds. It's going to go to Rushville. 1 second to go here in the end of the third. Sam Smith is going to throw it 3/4 of the way and off the front of the rim. So at the end of 3, Connersville leads 44-26 over the Rushville Lions. Once again, Rushville just struggling to get any kind of offensive rhythm going. And Connersville is able to make moves to the inside almost at will on their side. So once again, we want to thank those organizations that have made these live streams of Rushville Lions and Lady Lions sports possible. The City of Rushville, Rush Memorial Hospital, Rush County Emergency Management, Rush County Economic and Community Development Corporation, the Emerald Group, And also a big thank you to the RCHS Athletic Department for giving us the space and the opportunity to do this. Once again, I realize that the signal and the picture that we've been broadcasting tonight has not been very good at all. Unfortunately, we're still working off of a hotspot. We've been working with the RCHS IT department to try to get hardline internet run here in the gym. And to this point, we have not been able to do that. But we are hoping to get that accomplished very soon so that the remainder of the season should look a lot better than it has tonight. So here we go to start the fourth quarter. Connersville once again leads 44-26. Williams with the drive inside, and he is fouled by Kane.
Rushville foul number 24.
Kane's first foul. Williams will be shooting. First one is good.
Cole Martin returns for Connersville.
Williams' second is in and out, rebounded by Jackman. Rushville with the ball, trailing by 19, 7:35 to go in the game. Kane handles the top of the key, drives into the lane, and now a kick out to Smith for three. Got it.
Three-point basket number 2, Sam.
To Rushville. Kane gives it over to Jackman, who gets it down low to Laker, who's able to put it in for two.
Jack Laker.
Who gets it back. Kane handles the top of the key, gets it over to Jackman on the near wing. Jackman over to Smith. Smith now back to Kane on the far wing. Jackman in the far corner. Isn't able to find somebody, and he is bumped as he tries to come across the top of the key.
Connersville foul number 22, Luke Sullenberger.
Sullenberger now has 3 fouls. So Kane's going to bring it in from just in front of the Rushville bench. He gets it in to Taylor, but then it's taken away by Williams, and then Williams dribbles it on the line, so Rushville's going to keep it at this end. Kane gets it into Laker in the corner, who gives it right back to Kane. Kane has to pick up his dribble, and then his pass is stolen by Sparks. So Connersville brings it back up the floor with a 14-point lead, 6 minutes to...
Cameron Munchell returns for the Lions at the free throw line. James Williams shooting 1-1.
Williams' first is good. Just over 4 minutes to go. Mitchell's first is good. And the second one's on the way. It's strong off the back of the rim. And Rush Memorial would like to remind everyone that in cooperation with the Indiana Department of Health, they are running a free COVID-19 testing clinic. This is done behind the walk-in care office. When you pull into the parking lot in the back of that building, you'll see that there are specially marked parking spaces for this clinic. Pull into the space and call the number that's on the sign there, and a clinic staff member will come out and administer the test to you right there in your car. This is not a rapid response test, and the state will administer the results to you in a matter of 2 or 3 days. So that partnership is just one more way that Rush Memorial is showing that they are committed to you close to home. Spartans bring it in coming out of this timeout. 3:50 to go here with a 20-point lead, 52-32. Graham being guarded by Taylor, now drives the lane, kicks it over to Sparks, who's able to put it in. Now, an errant pass by Connersville gets into the hands of Jackman, who is then tripped as he tries to make a move with it.
Connersville foul number 22, Luke Sullenberger, his fourth, team's eight.
So they
Sam Smith returns.
credit Sullenberger with the foul, and Jackman hit the floor pretty hard, but it looks like he's okay.
For Connersville number 44, Gage Brown.
So here with 2:46 to go, Jackman's going to have
Cameron Jackman
some free throws.
shooting 1 and 1.
First one is good. Jackman now has 4 points in the game, and the lead is now 21. Jackman's second is in. Lead is now 20, 2:46 to go. Rushville with a full court press, trying to slow the Connersville offense down, but they're not able to do it. And now Connersville has it. Looks like they're just going to try to run some clock out. This game to close. And now Graham drives the lane, kicks it over to Williams, and that's broken up, and Sam Smith comes away with it. Now Kane has it in the near wing, gets it into Laker. Laker bobbles it a little bit and gets it out to Taylor with a quick three. In and out. So 2 minutes to go here with Connersville leading the Rushville Lions by 20, 54-34. Rushville just not able to get anything working tonight against the Spartans defense. And now here's a look underneath by Brown.
Number 44, Gage Brown.
His first 2 points of the game, and the lead is now 22 with a minute and a half to go.
Timeout.
So once again, for those of you who are watching, we do want to apologize. We understand the picture has not been good tonight. We've been trying really hard to make it work with the hotspot that we've got, and it's just been a struggle all night long. So I do apologize, but we are working with the RCHS IT department to try to get internet run into the gym here so we can make this a clear signal from here on out. So please bear with us as we continue to do these games because we're hoping they look better, especially after tonight. Kane's pass to Taylor underneath is knocked out of bounds by Graham. Rushville's going to keep it. Minute 16 to go. Rushville trails by 22. Right, Connersville comes away with it.
Timeout, Connersville.
And Connersville calls a timeout to try to bring in some of his reserves for the last 32 seconds.
Substitution